This is the book of Psalm, chapter 85, verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Psalm, chapter 85, verse 11, is that I came across this article today from a 1948er website. I mean, of course, they're mispronouncing the word fire. It's Ash, not with the I there. It's AHSH. Okay, and that's them speaking that Yiddish madness. But the point is, I came across this article about King Sennacherib and the siege of Lachish, okay? Or in the Hebrew, the city Lachish is actually Lakayash, which means invincible. And what inspired me to do this lesson is the pictures, the relics, the artifacts that they posted on this website, which when you scroll through it, these are Jakes. These are, look at the hair. These are so-called, people of color, so-called black, the woolly hair, the beard, all right? And the fact that they put this on their website, let's get another one. Look at this one. Just goes to show you that these devils know who we are, man. All right? And it just gives more ammunition to what we're saying, okay? All right, that we are the biblical Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, okay? And in this article, it speaks about how King Sennacherib, all right, invaded Judea because the northern kingdom was already taken out of the land by King Shalmaneser. In fact, we'll go into it. We'll start at the top. But let me read this one more time. Psalm 85, verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth. All right. And these relics prove that what we're saying is the truth. And righteousness shall look down from heaven. Right. Okay. Because this is righteous from our Heavenly Father. All right. And He's given us, all right, the spirit of remembering ourselves. Okay. We got to give thanks to our big brother Yahweh Shai for dying on that cross so that we could be given the comforter, which is the spirit. All right. To remember who we are. And these relics, all right, just amps up our faith. All right. So let's get into the scripture. I mean, not scripture. This article, which is from the 1948ers. All right. I mean, their headquarters is based out of Jerusalem. Okay, that's where this website, all right, this institution based out of, Jerusalem. Just goes to show you, all right. Hey, let's get one more. Where is it at? Psalm 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Right, and this is proof they're making their own tongue fall upon themselves. So let's get in. In 1839, a young English lawyer named Austin Henry Layard quit his job in London. Austin, 22, showed signs of promising legal career, but he longed for adventure. His horseback journey, though present-day Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, would change our understanding of history. Right, so it's these Edomites that are digging up these relics, okay? These artifacts of our history. In the Middle East, Austin began trying to excavate sites that he believed were mentioned in the Bible. His first attempt resulted in unearthing a massive 3,000-year-old Assyrian palace filled with exquisitely preserved artwork near the present-day Iraqi city of Mosul. Wow, that's when I went to Iraq, I was stationed here. That was one of my stations, Mosul. It's very interesting. Wow. Austin moved. That was a long time ago. All right, when I served in Satan's army, long time ago. And Tawadi Yahbashim Yahushua, I'm getting the spirit on me to get out of that damn military. A long time ago. All right, continuing on. Salaki for the tangent. Austin moved on to another site near Mosul and stumbled upon the ancient city of Nineveh, seat of the fearsome Assyrian king Sennacherib, whose terrifying attacks on ancient Judea are documented in the Bible. So, hey man, this is secular history, okay? Proving that the Bible, okay, history, the words of the Lord is the truth. All right? And you got people still saying that the Holy Bible is a fairy tale. You're out of your mind, man. You're a demon. All right? And the Lord is going to, okay, break the mouths of you atheists and satanic clowns that say the Bible is a fairy tale. King Sennacherib was one of the most fearsome rulers the Middle East has ever known. Ascending to power in about the year 705 BCE, Sennacherib succeeded his father, King Sargon II, as ruler of Assyria. Neil MacGregor, the director of the British Museum, calls Sennacherib's ancient Assyrian Empire the largest land empire yet created, and the beginning of the very idea of the Middle East as a single theater of conflict and control. Sennacherib ruled a massive area that stretched from Iran to Egypt, yet faced two significant rebellions. The larger one was in Babylon, which would soon steal Assyria's mantle as the great power in the Middle East. Okay, right. That you could go into that history. What was it? What was his name that took Nabopolassar? All right, that's what started the Neo-Babylonian Empire. Okay, Nabopolassar the first. Okay, and then through his line you got Nebuchadnezzar. He also thoroughly destroyed the city of Babylon. That river waters flowed over it, as if its massive building and bustling settlements had never existed. Then, in the year 701 BC, he turned his attention to the Judea kingdom in the south. All right, and there you get. Look at the artifact that they have. They have this. This is in a museum. Okay, I believe the museum of somewhere in England. The tragic story of what happened next is told in the biblical books of Kings II or Second Kings. During Assyrian rule, present-day Israel, okay, or where the imposters dwell at, was split. But here's the point: was split into two. I was going to say Israelite kingdoms. You had the northern kingdom, which is known as Israel, and you had the southern kingdom, which is known as Judea. The kingdom of Israel to the north and the kingdom of Judea to the south. There you go. Jew kings resisted Assyrian rule, and the Assyrian Empire reacted mercilessly. In 722 BCE, King Sargon II attacked the kingdom of Israel. Wait a minute. No, it was Shalmaneser. I got it right here. All right, Shalmaneser V was the one that attacked the kingdom of Israel. All right, and overran it with his soldiers. In fact, let me get it. This is it right here. 2 Kings 17:1. In the 12th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, began Hoshea, the son of Elah, to reign in Samaria over Israel 9 years. Right. So Ahaz was king of Judah, and Hoshea was king of Israel. And Hoshea was a wicked king. In fact, all the kings of the northern kingdom were off. All right, this is talking to you so-called Hispanics and Native Americans. And you make up majority of the tribe. That's why the Lord is going to chop your numbers down. All right, because y'all prideful as hell. All right, you think because you're light skinned that you're gonna get by, and you and Esau can compromise with each other. Nah, Esau gonna turn up on you. All right, that's why he has the laws on the books. Rex 84. All right, which is to go against you, Northern Kingdom. Salaki for going on a tangent, but I'm just making that point because, Northern Kingdom, a lot of you so-called Spanish name Americans, you're off, man. All right, and because you're light skinned, you think you can just you think you got it going for you, and hey, the Lord's gonna break that prideful spirit of y'all. Continuing on, 3. Against him came up there it is. Look, against him came up Shalmaneser, king of Assyria. You see that? So that's Shalmaneser the 5th. All right, and you know what? That would make sense why they wouldn't put Shalmaneser in this article, because this would go they wouldn't want Shalmaneser, because if they put Shalmaneser in there, that means they would have to bring out the Apocrypha, which they're trying to hide. Okay, because the Apocrypha talks about Shalmaneser. Let me finish this and I'll get that. And Hosea became his servant and gave him presents. 4. And the king of Assyria found conspiracy in Hosea, for he had sent messengers to So, king of Egypt, and brought no present to the king of Assyria, as he had done year by year. Therefore the king of Assyria shut him up and bound him in a prison. Well, hey, that's what you get, because that's what happens, because that was with Northern Kingdom. They were trusting in Egypt, all right? They were leaning upon Egypt. And that's why they got jacked up by the Assyrian king, Shalmaneser, and his army. 5. Then the king of Assyria came up throughout all the land and went up to Samaria and besieged it 3 years. Right, so it was Shalmaneser. It wasn't Sargon II. He came after Shalmaneser the 5th. All right. 6. Let me see something here. Shalmaneser the 5th. What about Sargon II? Well, look, Sargon is generally believed to have become king after overthrowing Shalmaneser V, brother. He's typically considered the founder of the new dynastic line, the Sargonide dynasty. Okay, so that would make more sense. All right, but it was Shalmaneser V that was the one who invaded the Northern Kingdom and took them out of the land, put them into captivity. All right, so let's go back. Israel captivity. 2 Kings chapter 17 verse 6. In the 9th year of Hoshea, the king of Assyria took Samaria and carried Israel away into Assyria and placed them in Halah and in Habar by the river of Gozan and in the cities of the Medes. There you go. Okay? Because why? Why did the Lord do this? All right? 7. For so it was that the children of Israel had sinned. There you go. Against the Lord their power. And what is sin? Transgression of the law, which had brought them up out of the land of Egypt from under the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and have feared other gods. Right. So that's why. Okay. Now let's get 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in time of Hosea, or Hoshea, the king, whom Shalmaneser the 5th, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried him over the waters, and so came they into another land. 41. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they will lead the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. You see that? Okay, and that's talk about America, all right, which is also known as Babylon the Great. All right, you have the Americas, like you have North, Central, South America, and all the 10 tribes. All right, started building, okay, and creating a civilization over here. All right, till the conquistadors came and jacked them up. Why? Because they were going off. They were doing sacrifice. They were still serving other gods. They were still doing Egyptian customs. But that's the point. 42, that they might keep keep that they might, which they never did, they keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. 43. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. 44. For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. 45. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. See? So let's get a map. I know I'm going all over the place, but this is a good history lesson right here, because the Lord told us exactly what happened to the northern kingdom. For you clowns out there that want to buck up against what we're preaching. So let's go to a map. Let's go to the Euphrates River. Okay? So this is what went down. Okay. Oh. Let's go back. Bear with me. Well, the only ones that are going to bear are the elect. Okay, so this is the Euphrates River. Okay, let's see if it says it. Let's back up. Let's see if we can get Shabbat, right? No, that's a Tigris. Salakia, that's not it. That's a Tigris River. Hold on. The Shell Canal, Tigris River. There's the Euphrates River. All right. And the Tigris River and Euphrates River, all right, they're coming through. Okay, there you go. All right, they come down and right here. So this is where the 10 tribes, all right, they took ships and they traveled all the way through the Persian, which known as the Persian Gulf today, through the Gulf of Oman, all right. Then they came down the Arabian Sea, all right. There's the Horn of Africa, and they went around, okay, and they came over here, and they started landing all throughout the Americas, okay? All throughout Americas, which would take a year and a half, okay, to do all this. All right, and the Lord, that's why it says right here in 44, for the Most High then showed signs for them, right? And who would were good at the navigation? Issachar, all right? Okay, the so-called Mexicans, which they let me see, hold on, bear me one moment. Mayans, right, they were known as the Mayans prior to that, before they were known as Mexicans, Mayan, but they were the Issacharites, okay? All right. The Mayan civilization developed in the era today, comprised of southeastern Mexico, of Guatemala, all right? So there you go. And they knew the stars, they knew the navigational part, because they looked at the signs, all right, in the heavens. So let's go back. And held still the flood. So, and there's another part. The Lord held still the flood, and that's why it was calm. So the northern kingdom can get over there. Till they were passed over. 45. For through that country there was a great way to go. Right, where the country where never mankind dwelt, of a year and a half, and the same region is called Arsarith. Right. That's the reason why they didn't want to put it in this article, because when you go to the Arsarith, all right, Jewish and Encyclopedia. Let's see if there we go. Jewish Encyclopedia. The name, there we go. Arsarith, the name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses until the time of the restoration, according to 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, verse 45, which we just read. Columbus identified America with this land. Christopher Columbus. There you go. Okay, this is the reason why you got clowns like Vocab Malone that come up and buck against us, because, all right, he's an agent. All right, he has to bring in lies and confusion. All right, to hide this truth, man. Okay, this happened. All right, and that's why we're telling our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you have a rich history. Okay, we are the children of Israel, man. That's something you need to, all right, look yourself in the mirror and really examine yourself and be like, man, I'm an Israelite. You know, you're not Puerto Rican, you're not black, you're not Mexican, you're not, okay, Cuban, you're not Haitian, you're not Jamaican, you're an Israelite. All right, you got to start acting like one. All right, well, the elect are you 2/3, you're gonna get hit with a missile. All right, so that cleared that out. So let's go back. So now let's go back to my point of this is like the relics, man. Like this is Southern Kingdom, because Northern Kingdom already got taken out of the land. All right, and it wasn't Sargon II, it was Shalmaneser V. All right, and I believe the reason why they want to put that in there because they didn't want to someone like, okay, us the Israelites to pick up on that. So they threw this in there. Okay. By the time Sennacherib was crowned, only the king of Judah remained as the Israelite entity. All right. The city of Lakayash, or which is they call it Lachish, but it's Lakayash, which means invincible. It says Lakayash was a city in the kingdom of Judah with a very long history. First settled by cavemen before 31st century BCE. Okay, you know, whether that's true or not. All right, the point is this. It was conquered. Lakayash was developed into a prosperous walled city ruled by Canaanite tribesmen, later by Egypt. It was conquered by the Israelites, but fell into ruin until the reign of King David, when the building began once again in the town as the largest Judean city, close to the hostile Philistines tribe, all right, which are Hamites. Okay, and that's what these Arabs are trying to be like the Philistines, right? Them calling themselves Palestinian. They're trying to play that role of the Philistines, which they're the Arabs. They're, you know, the Philistines. The original Palestinians and Philistines are Hamites. Lakayash was crucial for the Judaic kingdom's defense. Let me just get to the point right here. Attacking the kingdom of Judah. In the year 701 BC, King Sennacherib sent his mighty forces to Judah to subdue the rebellious Jews living there. Judah's king Hezekiah amassed his own troops, but they were swiftly overwhelmed. In the 14th year of King Hezekiah, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, attacked all the fortified cities of Judah and captured them. 2 Kings 18 and 13. The city after city fell to Sennacherib: Sidon, Ammon, Ashkelon, Ekron, and Lakayash. Sennacherib's own records of the carnage carved in stone survived and are today housed in the British Museum in London. There you go. Because Hezekiah, king of Judah, would not submit to my yoke, I came up against him, and by force of arms and by the might of my power, I took 46 of his strong fenced cities, and of the smaller towns which were scattered about. I took and plundered a countless number. From these places I took and carried off 200,000, 156 persons, old and young, male and female, together with horses and mules, asses and camels, oxen and sheep, a countless multitude. Right. Hey, Southern Kingdom went into captivity under the Assyrians too. Okay. Sennacherib himself made Lakayash his base during his conquest. The Bible describes King Hezekiah contacting him there. Hezekiah, king of Judah, sent word to the king of Assyria to Lakayash. Sennacherib demanded a huge tribute from King Hezekiah and took negotiations broke down. Sennacherib amassed an enormous army to lay siege to Jerusalem, the capital of Judah. Okay, and look at the image again. All right, this is so-called, okay, Negroes. All right, look at that. Let's blow this up. All right, this is why, man, we go so hard, because you devils, you Edomites, you try to hide this history from us, man. And really, man, you know, I look at this as personal, man. I don't like being lied to. All right, bear me. Why isn't this? Hold on, bear me one moment. There we go. All right, you Edomites are a bunch of liars, man. Okay. So look at this. Look at the texture. This is woolly hair. All right. These are not so-called white people. Okay. These are people of color. All right. And they're being flayed, which means the peeling of the skin. All right. Because these Assyrians were nasty. They were madmen. Okay. Just wanted to bring that out. All right. His troops surrounded and besieged the city, but their attack was halted by a mysterious plague. Right, I wanted to bring this out. This goes to show you Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, okay, always, all right, protects us, man, when we're doing the right thing. Quote, an angel of the Most High went out and struck down 185,000 soldiers of the Assyrian camp. The rest arose in the morning, and behold, they were all dead corpses. So Sennacherib, king of Assyria, journeyed forth, went and returned, and he settled in Nineveh. 2 Kings 19:35, verse 6. All right. The mysterious plague that struck the Assyrian soldiers were also recorded by the Herodotus, a Greek historian of the ancient world. Quote, as the two armies lay here opposite one another, there came in the night a multitude of field mice, which devoured all the quivers and bowstrings of the enemy, and ate the thongs by which they managed their shields. Next morning they commenced their fight, and great multitudes fell, as they had no arms with which to defend themselves. Right. So what Herodotus, a Greek historian, said that the mice were biting at the straps that were holding up the shields. So when the Assyrian army went to pick them up, it just fell out of their hands, and they were defenseless. Okay. But the point is, look, an angel of the Most High. Okay. 2 Kings 9. All right. An angel of the Most High went out and struck down 185,000 soldiers of the Syrian camp. All right. The rest arose in the morning, and behold, they were all dead corpses. All right. Let's get that. 2 Kings. We'll close out with that one. See, because the Lord is going to defend us, just like he did, all right, with our forefathers. 2 Kings 19:35. And again, man, this is from a 1948 article. So it's like they're even letting us know, like, that, all right? If you have spiritual eyes, like, they know who we are, man. Here we go, look. 2 Kings chapter 19, verse 35. And it came to pass that night that the angel of the Lord went out and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 185,000. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses. 36. So Sennacherib, king of Assyria, departed and went and returned and dwelt at Nineveh. All right, so there you go. So the angel took out a whole bunch of, all right, these Assyrians, 185,000. All right, what does it say in the NLT version? That night, the angel of the Lord went out to the Assyrian camp and killed 185,000 Assyrian soldiers. When the surviving Assyrians woke up the next morning, they found corpses everywhere. Right. And then according to the Greek, what's it called? The Greek Herodias, he said that those soldiers that got up that morning, right? The next morning, all right, they couldn't even fight the rest of them because there was a plague that went there. Okay, so hey, whether that's true or not, the point is the angel was there and it killed those soldiers. All right, that's the point. So Lord wants us edified. As you can see, man, I mean, this is from a 1948er's website. They're literally, making their own tongue fall upon themselves. The truth is being sprung up out of earth because this is of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I just want to get into this history. I thought this was very fascinating. And Lord willing, okay, you got a history lesson out of this. This is our history. And, we gotta know this. And Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect and Salakia for the back and forth, the tangent, and Salakia for the slip of the tongue. All right. And that's why we got to keep studying. We got repetition is the art of remembrance. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing his truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. Oh, look, it's 10:44. All right. Kahalawim Yahbashim Yahushai. Brothers, keep the faith. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostle elders. We're almost out of here. All right. You can see, man, we got the truth, man. Hold on to it. Let no man take thy crown. So the few sisters that are learning and studying, keep studying. And when you pray each other covered. Shalom and abad. Shalom.